But the big problem here with the Logitech Combo Touch, which I have struggled with since the day that I got it here, today we're trying to crown the ultimate keyboard king for your brand new iPad Pro. Will it be the sleek and pricey Magic Keyboard, or will it be the low-cost, value-packed Combo Touch from Logitech that's going to take the throne? Join me as we decode the keyboard mystery to find your perfect typing partner. Let's dive right in. What is going on, everyone? I am Mike Caputo, and it is time to dive deep into the realm of keyboards for your iPad Pro. Now, you've got yourself a brand new M4 iPad Pro, and the thought of spending $350 on the Magic Keyboard, it makes you feel a little empty and alone. At least that's just me. Trust me, I do get it. It is expensive. Despite its excellent typing and trackpad experience, the Magic Keyboard's hefty price tag and limited protection can make it a tough sell for a lot of you out there. But fear not, you've come to the right place if you've been searching for a worthy alternative. Today we will pit the Logitech Combo Touch against the Magic Keyboard. By the end of the journey, you'll know which one is your perfect iPad companion. Are you ready to roll? But before we dive in, if you love discovering tips and tricks to get the most out of your iPad, your iPhone, your Mac, this is the place for you. You could smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on any awesome content, as it signals to YouTube that other people like you and me would love this type of video. It's a huge help. I would really appreciate it. Thanks very much, and let's get on with it. Now, to make it easier, the video is divided into different sections, conveniently timestamped down in the first comment below. Now, if you've got itchy fingers and you want to get your hands on one of the keyboards that we talk about today, look in the video description where you're going to find links to all the products. I found the best sales or the best prices on these products as of the video. Now, we'll explore each of the keyboard's similarities, the differences, and standout features, equipping you with the information that you need to make a decision based on your needs. First, let's talk about the Logitech Combo Touch. New this year, the look and feel for the Logitech Combo Touch has been updated to match the M4 iPad Pro. Gone is the heavy fabric, and in its place is soft touch plastic shell for the upper part of the case and a lightweight metal lower for the keyboard. Now, Logitech went a little bit darker and moodier this year with this colorway that's going to match the space black iPad Pro. Now, depending on how oily your fingers are, you will see fingerprints, if not here on the back, for sure here on the front where the metal is, where it says Logi. This is the keyboard bottom here. Now, Logitech also improved the viewing angles on the kickstand, increasing them from 10 to 60 degrees for viewability. So you get a nice wide range of viewability here, making it very easy to use. And this is going to enable the 4 viewing modes, which is typing, viewing, sketching, and reading. Now, moreover, the Logitech Combo Touch provides full body protection, ensuring that your iPad stays safe from accidental drops. It is a very thick boy. Now, you have a lip around the camera, which is going to go ahead and protect it, as well as a lip on the inside of the screen here, which is going to protect the keys from touching the screen. There should be no issue with using a paper-like screen protector that you have on the iPad Pro, but you would want to use a glass screen protector, as that would limit the use of this, and you'll probably get bubbling there. Now, this keyboard is designed specifically for the iPad Pro, granting you easy access to all of the buttons, including the sleep, wake, and the volume buttons on the side of the iPad Pro, as well as the power port or the USB-C port here on the bottom. Now, one thing to note is that if you are using a non-standard USB-C port that has a thicker jacket, the surroundings of the USB-C port, you're probably gonna have problems using that with this. Most ports that I've seen that are third-party do not fit this. Only the Apple branded USB-C cable and the Apple branded Thunderbolt cable will fit this. Both the Magic Keyboard and the Combo Touch will connect to your iPad using the Smart Dock connector on the back of the iPad Pro. You'll never need separate charging or pairing. You just need to worry about charging your iPad to make sure that stays charged to use your keyboard. The Combo Touch keyboard is full size, it's detachable, and there's a full size of function keys here at the very top. This is gonna give you quick access to a number of shortcuts, including the keyboard switcher, keyboard brightness, Siri, screenshot, the volume control keys, the media control keys. It is worth noting that this year, the key here on the far right-hand side, which used to be lock unlock, has been changed to focus mode. So if you accidentally hit this, you might go into focus mode and not get notifications for a number of different hours. Some people don't like that. I haven't found it too intrusive, but your mileage may vary on that one. Additionally, in the bottom left-hand corner, there's a globe button, and that globe button allows you to either to switch languages or pick emojis. And if you wanted to, you could actually just use it as either or, and you could hit Control, Command, Space to pick up the emojis. Given the material change on the case itself, it has lost a couple ounces depending on whether you're getting the 11-inch or the 13-inch, but it is lighter than it was last year and thinner as well. Regarding the typing experience on the keyboard, there's 19 millimeters of key pitch between each keys and 1 millimeter of key travel. Now the Combo Touch has an inverted T-shaped arrow keys, which I'm a fan of, most people are a fan of, and it makes it easier to navigate. Some people don't like it, and that's really just kind of personal preference. This is probably I think the best way to navigate with this reverse or upside down T-shaped arrow keys. Now its removable keyboard provides greater flexibility for different usage scenarios. That means you can use the case in your iPad without the keyboard, saving space, because it does take up a significant amount of space when you're thinking about surface area when these two things are connected, giving you greater flexibility in the usage scenarios. Now let's talk about the trackpad on the Combo Touch. It is 132 millimeters long by 84 millimeters tall. This is going to give you more space for gestures and generally make it more accessible, but there is a downside, which I'll talk about just in a few minutes. But what makes the Magic Keyboard so special that it costs $90 more? Well, let's take a look at it. Well, the Magic Keyboard has also been updated this year, and it provides a distinct typing experience that's more akin to, I say, a MacBook Air or a MacBook Pro. Now, is that worth $90? You'd have to tell me down in the comments below. Well, there's no denying that the trackpad, even though it's bigger this year, it is still much smaller than that on the Combo Touch. But that experience has been updated to provide more subtlety with haptics now being supported on the Magic Keyboard, which is going to be nice whenever you're using it. It does give you feedback if you're clicking. It actually feels like you're using a real trackpad. However, once you take your iPad out of the keyboard case, it's non-functional. Now we also have to remember that you are getting a secondary port to charge your iPad, which is in the spine, which has been updated to I think 60 watts. So that means you can charge your iPad through this port, and you can also use the port on the bottom here for an external display, a drive, things of that nature. Well, on the Logitech Combo Touch, you don't have that option. There's just one port to charge your iPad here on the bottom. You would need to connect to a dock first and then have that powered separately. A little bit just extra hardware that you'd have to keep with you depending on whatever problem that you're trying to accomplish. So to sum it up, the Combo Touch provides a compelling alternative to the pricier Magic Keyboard with its similar features and enhanced usability. But that doesn't mean that the Logitech Combo Touch is all sunshine and rainbows just because it's cheaper. It does have a two-piece design that allows you to pull this apart and use it separately, but when you are using this as a keyboard, you will need to balance the bottom portion and this hinge on your thighs to make sure that it stays level. Otherwise, as your legs move, it does move both the back and the front of the keyboard case. Here on the Magic Keyboard, since you're only balancing it across the bottom here, it does make it a little bit easier to type for lap typers. Not everyone likes or will appreciate the full 360-degree protection of the Combo Touch. The upper and lowers are fingerprint magnet, especially if you have somewhat oily fingers like I do. It's just not really that great. And there's only really this one color to choose from, so if you wanted a white keyboard or a light keyboard case, you do not have that option. Additionally, it does require more surface area to use, so you would have a much harder time using the Logitech Combo Touch on an airplane tray table just because of the surface area. If we line these up here right in the front, you could see here that even though the angles are very similar, this obviously takes up much more space with that. So we pull this forward, you still have that extra space here on the back. And again, that's just not ideal depending on what the problem that you're trying to solve is. Neither one of these cases have a place to store your Apple Pencil. I would suggest that you get the ESR Apple Pencil holder. It's a magnetic sleeve that goes on the back of here, and I'll put a link down in the video description. But the big problem here with the Logitech Combo Touch, which I have struggled with since the day that I got it here, the palm rejection technology, or the palm rejection that they're using here, is a pain, and it doesn't often work. So if I'm typing on my keyboard, I might have my palms here. It might accidentally swipe down, and what I've ever typed has been deleted, and that is a huge pain for me. I hope that this is being addressed. I haven't really seen a lot of people talk about it, but that to me is a deal breaker because I've had to rewrite something where I haven't noticed it was deleted. I haven't been had to redo it, I think 2 or 3 times now. I've actually just stopped using the Logitech Combo Touch altogether now. Now, that doesn't make the Magic Keyboard ideal either. It does have higher costs, it's $350. It lacks the side protection, which a lot of people really like, and there's a smaller range of viewing angles on here as well. I think that for most people, the Logitech Combo Touch, even though it does have this issue with palm rejection, most people won't notice it unless they're heavily using it. And if you're heavily using it, you're gonna know that the Magic Keyboard is probably gonna be for you, even though it does cost about $90 more. I wanna hear from you down in the comments below. If you wanna learn more on how to use your iPad like a pro, I've got a video for you right here. Otherwise, this is my favorite video down here, and YouTube is suggesting it for you, so you should watch that next. I will talk to you guys in the next one.